I'm Brian Connors, Chairman of the Board for the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to our 2017 State of the City Address with this year's theme of Temecula, a community with pride. Today we are honored to have Mayor Maryann Edwards, who will share with us the City of Temecula's accomplishments, visions, and goals. Mayor Edwards is Temecula's longest-standing female council member to ever serve in the history of the City of Temecula. Selected as 2016 Woman of the Year for the state of California representing Assembly District 75, she is also the first and only woman to serve as our Temecula's mayor 3 times. Welcome again to the 2017 State of the City. We appreciate your attendance and are sure you will enjoy this year's event. The Chamber would like to thank the worship team from Rancho Community Church, Pastor Don Liversage, Katie Sharp-Smith, and Mayor Maryann Edwards for joining us today to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome again to the 2017 State of the City.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when you drop it. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it. Moving so phenomenally, more like the way we rock it. So don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine.
Introducing the mayor for the City of Temecula, the Honorable Maryann Edwards.
Oh my goodness, if I only looked like that picture, I would be so happy. Well, good morning and welcome to the 2017 State of the City Address for the beautiful city of Temecula. It's an honor to represent the citizens once again as Temecula's mayor. And you know, this year's mayor's theme is community pride, and I'm very, very proud to be joined today by my council colleagues. So it's kind of dark in here, but they're right over here at this table, so I'm going to ask them to stand. So we have Mayor Pro Tem Matt Ron. Yay! You can't miss Matt when he stands up. And we have former mayors, Jeff Comachero and Mike Nagar, and we have a slogan in Temecula, once a mayor, always a mayor. And we have our newest council member, James Stewart. And you know, it really is very special to be part of such a high-functioning team in the city that I have loved and served for almost 30 years. We've lived in Temecula almost 30 years and seen so many changes, and we're so proud of what the city is becoming. So thank you, gentlemen, and I would also like to recognize City Manager Aaron Adams. So stand up, Aaron, and Assistant City Manager Greg Butler. And you know, I'm going to take a little license here. So I saw former Deputy City Manager Grant Yates, who is now City Manager of Lake Elsinore. I don't know where you are, Grant, but he is here. And I also saw former Assistant City Manager Jim O'Grady. He's here. So the whole family is back today. And I saw Ron Bradley is here. So, you know, it's like a world takeover. Everybody's here today. So, and I also saw in the audience former council member and Riverside County 3rd District Supervisor Chuck Washington, and he's back over in this area someplace. So that's great. And then I did see Brian Tisdale is here from Lake Elsinore, and I know that there are probably others here too. I know that members probably from our twin city are here. The city of Margarita is probably well represented today, and if I could see you out there, I would, you know, call you by name. So I saw Jonathan Ingram this morning. So we also have with us our Temecula Valley Unified School District administrators. Tim Ritter's here, the superintendent. And Sandy Hinkson, the president of the school board, is here. So thank you very much. TVSD is very much the jewel in Temecula's crown. So we're also very, very proud of Temecula's academic achievement. And certainly we want to thank the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce for putting on this wonderful event every single year, and I think it just gets better every year. And also the State of the City committee members who work so hard, and I'm going to ask them to stand also. I know Brian just acknowledged them too, but please stand up. I know you guys like to stay in the background, but I'm not having it today, so stand up, stand up. These guys work so hard to put this event together. And to our most gracious host, PECHANGA, thank you very, very much. You know, PECHANGA has a truly unwavering commitment to our community, and they're so faithful to support our nonprofits and so many good things in Temecula. And their hospitality is always second to none. So we appreciate PECHANGA more than we can say. So please thank me in join me in thanking them today. And you know, when you serve as mayor, it is definitely a family affair. And so please join me in thanking my best friend and my husband of 40 years. We were married 40 years last October. I know. I was 7 when we got married. Dr. Tom Edwards is down front, the first gentleman. And we are now empty nesters, and so, you know, he has to pick up a lot of responsibilities when I'm out doing city things because it does keep me really busy, so you know how much I appreciate you doing that. And just remember not to put the red sock in with the white clothes. So, and so y'all know that we have 3 grown children, and they're all doing very well. The twin girls, one is in San Diego and one is in Santa Clarita, so they're close enough that we get to see them on a regular basis. And then our son Jonathan and his beautiful wife Tara, rotten parents, moved our grandbaby to Rockwall, Texas in 2014. And you might remember if you were here, I actually had her at the State of the City with me in 2014 when she was just 5 months old. So there she is in the middle, 5 months old, and there's kind of an in-between picture over on the left, and that is what she looks like now, 2017. She looks like she's 16 years old. And she talks like she's 40 years old. But I would expect nothing less from, you know, an Edwards. So we miss them very much, but we're racking up the frequent flyer miles like you wouldn't believe. So Morgan Scarlett Edwards is doing well, and she has a Texas accent now. It's very cute. So we wanted to set a lively tone today, so how'd you like the laser show? Did it wake you up? We wanted to make sure you stayed awake so you wouldn't miss all the great things that are happening in Temecula. So we say thank you to DJ Fonza of Timmy D Productions for the upbeat music, and Starway Productions always does our sound and lighting and everything, and they do a fabulous job, so thank you, Starway Productions. You know, nothing really represents community pride more than our nonprofit community. So I really do hope you had a chance to get over there and visit with some of them. We had a great turnout from our nonprofits, and they're going to be there a little bit longer. So after the presentation, you'll still have time to do that. Volunteerism and our nonprofits organizations are such a huge part of our community. They really are what kind of holds everything together. Cities really can't and shouldn't perform all of those social types of services, and we are so blessed to have nonprofits really stand in the gap for people in need, and seniors and special needs, and cancer survivors, and just every need that we have. Our nonprofits are just phenomenal. So if you had a chance to check out the centerpiece on your table, we did something for the first time this year that I thought was brilliant, and I don't think it was Christine Damco's idea, but she said she was going to have a competition for businesses to design centerpieces, and they were supposed to stay within a certain size criteria, and we're going to give an award for it. So if you look at your centerpiece, and if you had a chance to go around the room, there are some phenomenal centerpieces. And for the people who are sitting at the Jersey Mike's table, you can slide your chairs all the way around to the sides because Jersey Mike's did not stay within the guidelines of height. It's like this big, but it's really great. So we're going to be giving the award for the best centerpiece pretty soon. So thank you to everyone who entered, and that's how you demonstrate your community pride today. And oh, no, you can't take your centerpiece home with you unless the business tells you you can. Now, I saw Corner Bakeries, and it is nothing but baked goods. And they set it up last night, and we were here kind of late for rehearsal, so I have to admit, I did walk by Corner Bakery. She had it all covered up with, like, tablecloth and things, but I knew it was under there. So I actually, and it was perfectly arranged. I actually took a muffin out, but I slid everything back together so you couldn't tell. So, and I didn't touch it with my fingers. I used napkins. So you people, if you're eating off the Corner Bakery centerpiece, that's probably okay. So, community pride is the theme for this year, and it is so evident in the city and in our neighborhoods and businesses and schools and all of our organizations. I think people are just proud to live in Temecula. I know I am. I'm proud to serve in Temecula. We hear it all the time. And it's contagious. It empowers us to set higher goals and achieve the highest standards with confidence, knowing that we're all united in that common interest of making Temecula the best that it can be. And the City of Temecula has helped to strengthen community pride by engaging residents and business owners to solve critical problems and to help with all phases of strategic planning, because when you get people engaged, they have a sense of ownership, and it really has helped to improve and raise Temecula's quality of life. So community engagement in long-range planning, problem solving, it builds those relationships and it benefits the community as a whole. And not just the entire community, but the individual communities within, our faith-based community, our business community, our nonprofit community, our education community. So we are all very proud partners in Temecula's success, and the resulting community pride is what pulls us together and unites us. So I want you to look around your table. Again, it's kind of dark, but I want you to look around your table, and I want you to see the same faces that you probably work with, people that you work with. But if you just look a couple of tables over, you'll probably see people that you run into at the grocery store, or people that you see at the gym or the dance studio or at your kids' sporting events or art class. That's where Temecula overlaps in so many areas. There are no walls in Temecula. So community pride comes from all these varying fabrics, the relationships that are woven in and out of the different groups, from the nonprofits to the faith-based to the business community. And I really think that's what defines Temecula, the fact that we're a very open, very friendly community, and we don't allow things to divide us or separate us. So community pride is that one element that makes great cities turn into amazing communities. So since Temecula's incorporation in 1989, the city's invested hundreds of millions of dollars building infrastructure and developing roads and creating beautifully landscaped streets and sidewalks, medians, and manicured parks and facilities. And it's what we enjoy every day, and it's what we've come to expect. We have very high expectations, and that is a wonderful thing. So right now, our job is to reinvest into our community to make sure we preserve that high quality of life that we have built together as a community. So in the face of rising costs that all cities are seeing now, it might not have been possible without Measure S. So Measure S, y'all know what Measure S was, it passed last November. So in 2016, Measure S really was a seed change for the city of Temecula. The voters approved the 1 cent sales tax to preserve all of what the community has created and to very importantly maintain excellent emergency response times, increase police and fire protection, those are our highest priority, and to keep our community safe and uphold that high quality of life. Temecula's city landscape will forever be changed for the better because of Measure S. It just will. It gives us that security as we look into the future. And for those who didn't support Measure S, we really look forward to demonstrating the benefits that will result for that measure, and the city will be very responsible and very transparent. At mid-year, we already directed funding to our most important issues, and that includes, we've already hired 10 new police officers, and 2 of which are going to be dedicated for our homeless task force, our outreach team. We've spent $2.3 million in road rehabilitation projects, and you're going to see a lot of repaving on our roads this year, including in your neighborhood. $2.6 million on our park and community facilities, maintenance including the replacement of the synthetic turf at the sports fields of Birdsall Park, and replacement playground equipment throughout the city. So we take great pride in our budget and our fiscal stability and accountability, and year after year, we have proudly been presented the Distinguished Budget Award from the Government Finance Officers Association 28 years in a row, and it's the highest form of governmental recognition for budgeting. So in terms of expenditures, public safety has always been and will remain our #1 priority in Temecula, accounting for nearly half of our $71 million operating budget. And clearly we all agree that the quality of life for our families and for our businesses is entirely dependent upon a safe community, and so that's why we budget for public safety first. 2017 is filled with excitement and entrepreneurism, confidence, and pride, as Temecula is the economic powerhouse, not only in Riverside County, but it's also an economic powerhouse in California. Without question, now's the time to invest in Temecula, to take advantage of every opportunity, and to be part of this swelling community pride. Temecula will be 28 years old this December, so we've had 28 years of meticulous planning, cautious investment, and hard work by residents, business owners, civic leaders, and that's what's created this balanced city that means something special to everyone, whether it's your hometown, your workplace, it's a safe place for you, it's your playground, your community, or it's where your kids get the best education. So why is Temecula a good place to invest, and why is now the right time? Well, here's why. As we continue to grow as that economic powerhouse, we know that addressing traffic congestion and the continuous enhancement of infrastructure remains a top priority. Many large-scale infrastructure projects are in the queue. Temecula Parkway Interchange finally is coming to break ground next month on a $50 million project. Phased approach will minimize any temporary traffic inconvenience. And yes, it's wonderful. And if progress goes according to plans, it will be completed in 18 months. So we have to say a special thanks to PECHANGA because they contributed $14 million to that project. So thank you, PECHANGA. Requests for bids will go out this year for PECHANGA Parkway to widen PECHANGA Parkway from Villa Gilberto to North Casino Drive. And then Butterfield Stage, this is another critical piece. Butterfield Stage is set to be widened from Rancho, California Road to La Serena with a new traffic signal installed at La Serena as well. So you know that pinch point right at Rancho, California Road as you're heading, I say, north in that direction. It will be widened at that point, so we won't have so much of a bottleneck. And you might not know this, but here's a fun factoid. Did you know that half of Butterfield Stage Road is in the county and half is in the city of Temecula? Did you know that? Which side do you think is wider? the city side, of course. So we're working with the county to do the other side. So the first phase of Overland Drive extension begins later this year, and this project will eventually extend Overland Drive over Marietta Creek to Diaz Road. So it'll take the place of the low-flow crossing. Yeah, all you West Siders, all the West Siders like that, and I would just throw this out from Marietta, if we could just push Diaz Road all the way through Marietta, wouldn't that be great? Oh, I'm going to hear about this. Margarita Road will begin its rehabilitation from Rancho, California Road to Temecula Parkway next month after school is over for summer. And then slurry sealing or asphalt repaving to we non-engineering types will occur in neighborhoods throughout town starting early this summer. So your neighborhood will likely be repaved. Previously, don't you love it when all the traffic lights are synchronized and you can get all green lights when you go down our major thoroughfares? Well, that happens as long as nobody wants to go across traffic. So remember, we have to let traffic go in two directions. But previously, we were unable to synchronize our traffic signal controllers with Caltrans for the intersections near I-15. So the city does not control any signal that goes over, under, on, or off the freeway. And I always like to say, you know, we keep our traffic moving. There may be a lot of traffic, but we keep it moving, and it usually snarls up when you get near the freeway, over, under, on, or off, because we could not synchronize those signals. But we're very happy to say, thanks to a federal grant, that those traffic lights will soon be synchronized along with the City of Temecula traffic lights. So we should notice a huge difference. So as repairs and upgrades become necessary to all of our parks, you see more unique designs meant to create a greater range of experiences for our families. A new and improved Sam Hicks Monument Park in Old Town will reopen in 2018 with an historic and cultural theme, including a replica of the great oak tree, among others, and it's going to be absolutely spectacular. So PECHANGA, thank you again for collaborating with us on the design of that tree. Also, thank you to the Temecula Valley Women's Club for the fundraising efforts to help fund that project. Temecula's newest public park is under construction, and it's Skyview Park. It's located in Rorapaw Ranch, and it will open in the fall. And it will feature a demonstration garden with native and drought-tolerant landscape designs. So, you know, we will never forget, if you were here in 1993, we will never forget the flood in Old Town. Old Town was literally under about 6 or 7 feet of water. So we pushed the federal government for over 2 decades, and finally improvements to Marietta Creek through Old Town will be completed by the end of 2017. And so these improvements will ensure that we do not see a repeat of the terrible flooding that we saw in 1993. And that's an Army Corps of Engineers project that's actually been on the books since 2000. So it's finally coming to fruition. So as part of our Trails and Bikeways Master Plan, we've added sharrows on various roadways in the city, which are shared auto/cycle lane markings. And then we also added buffered bike lanes. We're opening up existing easements for trails. And right now, the city is completing a feasibility study for a Waves to Wineries trail that will connect wine country to the beach in Oceanside. You know, it's going to be an easy ride going downhill, but then you got to ride all the way uphill when you come home. And for more exciting news, plans are underway for a new pump track at Ronald Reagan Sports Park. Now, how many of you knew, if we didn't show you a picture, how many of you knew what a pump track was? Okay, I don't feel so bad. I said, what is a pump track? Well, apparently it was something that was made especially for me, because your momentum will carry you all the way around this track and you never have to pedal. You do have to do something, though, you know, like I don't know what it is, but apparently this is what it looks like. It looks like a big footprint to me, and I can't wait to see if the thing works. But apparently they do. They're in other cities. So the new pump track is coming. And also the Trails Master Plan, you know, we received an American Planning Association award, and we're now eligible to win a state award for our Trails Master Plan. So we're very, very proud to be so active and engaged with the community in improving our parks and trails. Did you know that 30% of Temecula's population is under the age of 18? I think you probably did because the doctors, the police officers, and the firemen all look like they're 9 years old now. Don't they? The older you get, the younger they look. The city's proud to offer several youth workforce programs with real-life skills. Each year, we're impacting hundreds of Temecula families and our diverse population of emerging adults with city programs. We have a fabulous intern program, and we'll see about 200 young adults go through that program in a year. We also have our youth and government program and leadership academies. And then another part of our internship program is our future physicians and lawyer programs. And we actually take students who are in college now and know they're in pre-med or pre-law, and they know they're going to study those subjects, and they come back, and we will place them in law offices and doctor's offices over the course of the summer. So it's a great experience, and I think we need to make them promise that they'll come back here and practice when they're finished. So our vocational programs have graduated 115 special needs students from a viticulture and hospitality vocational program where they learn about harvesting grapes and they gain hospitality skills. And you know, the hospitality industry is huge now. So we partner with Sparrow Vineyards on that program and other wineries in wine country. The results so far are that an estimated 90% of those students in the program have obtained meaningful employment, which speaks volumes to the quality of that program. Every September, the city hosts the region's largest annual college and vocational fair at the Promenade Mall with 220 colleges, universities, vocational schools, and approximately 8,000 visitors. And I can tell you that, and Jeff, where are you? Call out, holler out. Over here. So I can tell you that next to Black Friday, that is the mall's biggest day, right? Yes, next to Black Friday, that's the mall's biggest day. And we talk to the college recruiters or the people that come and represent the colleges that day and fill those booths. And some of them travel across the country, so they're at college fairs all over the country, and they say this is the best college fair they have ever seen. Well, duh, it's at the mall. So it's easy to get your kids to go to the mall, and it is phenomenal. And if you've not been to the college fair, you should go just to see it and to see the families that are engaged with their students. Temecula families are so engaged, they start taking their kids to this college fair when they're in 5th and 6th grade, and they take them around and introduce them to the different colleges. It's amazing. So, and you know, that was the product of Charles Walker at the city, and he has worked to build that program every year. It is truly amazing. So, and we love the mall, and I think we're going to take both floors next year, or this year, aren't we, Jeff? Yes. So when we're talking about Temecula youth, we have to take a moment and recognize the Temecula Valley Unified School District, and I already gave a shout out to Superintendent Tim Ritter and Sandy if she's here, and I know we have some principals here today and other administrators, because TVUSD is a huge reason why Temecula is so successful. You know, families now, families do their homework before they pick a place to move. They call, they check on the schools. I mean, it's a huge competitive thing. And Temecula wins hands down when it comes to our schools. We've got the highest graduation rate in the county. Our state test scores are within the top 10% in the state. TVUSD students score among the highest in the county on standardized tests. We have the highest A through G completion rate, and those are the courses you have to take, you know, to be college ready. The new culinary arts program and facility at TVHS is fantastic, and it's the first one of its kind in the region. So they're training students to be chefs and everything in the food prep industry. It's phenomenal, and if you go by there and you're really lucky, they'll fix you something to eat. And I've done that, and it's really good. It's amazing. So, not to mention, TVUSD is a California Green Ribbon School Silver Award recipient, and that is not an easy award to get. So, we are so proud of our school district. You know, I always say you can have great schools in a failing city, and we see it in the inner cities. You know, you've heard New York or other cities where it's terrible. You know, those neighborhoods have huge problems, but the schools are phenomenal because they have teachers, administrators, and parents who are engaged and who care. So you can have failing schools, or you can have great schools in a failing city. You will never have a great city if you have failing schools. And we are so blessed to have great schools and great leadership. So, yay. So it's pretty obvious what I think of Temecula. You know, I don't really hold back. But, you know, I recently attended one of the city's premier events, the annual Rod Run, to see exactly what people thought. It's 2017 and we're here in Old Town for the 29th annual Rod Run, and it is a perfect day. The weather's perfect, the skies are blue, the temperature is perfect, not too hot. So we're gonna head down Main Street in just a minute and we're gonna see who we can find and what they think about Temecula.
Temecula is just one of the friendliest places I think that you can come. Plus we have great things. I mean, we have arts, we have muscle cars, we have great music, we have good wine. I mean, what's not to love?
We love Temecula.
We love Temecula.
Temecula is a beautiful, western, safe town.
It is Western, in Old Town especially, and it's very safe. You know, that's what we say too. So,
You know.
Totally unbiased opinion from a Canyon Lake resident.
There you go.
We are Menifee residents. Their other set of grandparents live here in Temecula.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so it's a family affair. Everybody's so friendly and warm, and it's a community. I mean, people live and work in this area, and I think that makes a huge difference.
Being a car builder and enthusiast as I am, as well as a barber, I just thought it'd be cool to come out with the Temecula environment and just participate.
Getting more and more stuff out here, more shops, attracting different crowds.
Old Town's great, just the environment.
The environment is really neat. It's very eclectic. I think it's it's a neat place to go and bop around and grab something to eat. And it's really nice.
This area out here, it's always well kept, and Temecula's nice.
Just know about the wineries and the towns and the casinos and things
Yes.
like that.
Well, it sounds like you've done some business here.
A little bit.
A little bit, spent some time. And so what was your favorite part about today?
Walking around looking at the old classic cars and taking pictures with the grandkids in front of the cars, things like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Looking at their favorite cars, taking pictures, things like that.
What brought you to Temecula in the first place?
Everything, actually.
Yeah.
We came up, the family vibe, the schools, just everything about the city. It was literally everything about the city.
Why do you like the Rod Run? Why do you like Temecula?
Well, not only is all the great cars here and just the spirit that the event brings out in the town. I see it every year and it never goes away. Everybody here is just happy. It's the first big event of the spring, and I think everyone looks forward to it.
What you have here is, if you're new to here, you have the community, because once you get immersed in the community, you have the families that have been here forever. They're welcoming, and you have a lot to do here. Anything you want to do here, it's here.
This show is unique in the sense that it's just got so much little variety going on here, and the people are just really open and caring, and it's really comforting to come here and hang out.
We are here for the beautiful 29th annual Temecula Rod Run 2017, and we've just come up from Old Town Front Street. You know, this year's theme is community pride, and there's nothing more proud than the car owners that have come today for the Temecula Rod Run. And we've seen so much variety of cars, so many strollers. We've got families here with dogs, we've got little kids with ice cream running down the fronts of their shirts. It's another great family day in Old Town Temecula here at the Rod Run. So that was a really great experience. What you couldn't see was the ice cream running down that little boy's shirt was all the way down into his shoes. And then the second gentleman on that video, his name was Radinek, I think, Radinek. And Christine and I were kind of running people down so we could catch them to do interviews. And so I was kind of chasing him around the fountain in front of City Hall. And we made eye contact, and then I headed for him, and he turned and he, ran, basically. And so I was calling his name, and he finally turned around, and I said, "Come on, I want to interview you." And he said, "Well, what's this for?" And I said, "We're doing it for the state of the city." I said, I'm the mayor of Temecula, and I'm interviewing. And he said, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were just some old lady chasing me." I said, "Well, I am some old lady chasing you, but I am the mayor, so So he gave a pretty good interview. It was really funny. I thought you were some old lady chasing me. Yeah, great. So more than 17 years ago, Temecula embarked on a forward-thinking planning effort that we hoped would energize Old Town and make it a significant destination within our city. And it took a while, and it's still evolving, but it worked better than even we anticipated. So we're applying that same concept to the underutilized Jefferson Avenue area, which we now call Uptown Temecula. The uses and the look and feel will be different than what we have in Old Town, but the process will be very similar. Think of mixed-use buildings where technology, parks, and urban living meld together. It's a long-term plan with expanded uses for properties that'll entice redevelopment. So Uptown's first new project, and it was because of timing, is the most beautiful auto spa you will ever see. The architecture is very reminiscent of our city hall. And when this developer, he really got caught in the transition between regular, Jefferson Avenue and the new Uptown Temecula corridor. And so we said, sure, you're already in process, we'll let you build, but you have got to pump it up. And that better be the best looking auto spa. And my goodness, it really is. It does look like City Hall. So, the tourism sector also has taken notice of Uptown Temecula because currently we have a handful of new hotel applications proposed along Jefferson Avenue, totaling over 300 rooms. So that includes a STAYBRIDGE Suites, Hilton Garden Inn, and then around the corner is a 4-story Hilton Home to Suites hotel that's been approved with 120 suites, which will become the city's first hotel built within our business park zone. In Old Town, the most stunning boutique hotel development is in the planning stages. It's a true acts development, and you know that Bernie and his team just build the most beautiful product. So this is going to be a 151-room luxury full-service hotel with architecture more impressive than many 5-star resorts. So thank you, Bernie and team. And then, of course, PECHANGA Resort and Casino is in the middle of their $285 million expansion, which will open the end of 2017. When we drove up, it's so huge and all-encompassing, it's kind of hard to take it all in. And because they have it partitioned off with tarps and things, it is going to be absolutely spectacular with 568 it's a 568 suite hotel wing with a 2-story spa and salon, a fitness center, a hydrotherapy pool, terrace, so it's a whole terrace, a resort-style pool complex with 8 pool areas, 2 new restaurants, and an additional 67,000 square feet of event space. And the list of amenities goes on and on. So, and driving in here, it really did look spectacular this morning. So the tribe has also paid to widen PECHANGA Parkway, so that will accommodate, all the visitors that will be coming to the new spa. And, they've also funded additional public safety services along with the expansion and what they've put into the 79 South Interchange too. So they've added 1 new police officer for us for the southern part of Temecula, and that police officer's already on board. And then back to Old Town, Town Square Marketplace, which is another Truax project, is proposed on the 2 lots in front of City Hall, and that'll add 78,000 square feet of new retail and restaurant space. Also in Old Town, the Stampede, which has been here literally as long as I can remember, will be renovating their exterior facade, and a brand new, beautiful 3-story mixed-use building broke ground just yesterday on the corner of 4th and Old Town Front Street. To the west of Old Town is a specific plan by Ambient Communities. Where are you, Ambient? I know you're here. Where are you here? There they are. There they are. Ambient Communities, and it's proposed on 270 acres with up to 1,500 residential units of varying sizes and a new elementary school and more. So when we think of industrial space, jobs usually follow. So we have 250,000 square feet of industrial space in the pipeline right now. And residential is picking up as well in our infill areas of the city because our residential is almost finished, except with a couple of exceptions, Rorpaw, Ambient, of course, being one. So we also have 500 units of senior living under construction or completed, including assisted living and memory care, and these projects will double the senior living options that we now have in Temecula. A few very large campus projects are in the works, including 510,000 square foot congregate care site proposed in Harveston near Mercedes-Benz, and the Generations Project, which is on Rancho Vista behind Linfield Christian School. And that one includes 315 units, a day spa, a health club, medical clinic, a theater, library, art studio, eating areas, and a chapel. So it's a whole community unto itself. So it's a great retirement option for seniors. And then Highgate Senior Care Facilities being constructed on Rancho California Road, directly adjacent to where Aldi Food Market is under construction. So also on Rancho California Road is a proposed 65,000 square foot commercial center with an additional 160 multi-unit community that goes along with it. And then over on Temecula Parkway, we have another large commercial complex with an LA Fitness Center. And as retail trends evolve, we're excited to see new retailers enter the Temecula marketplace, even Target's expanding. They're going to take over their garden shop and expand it into just regular retail. By the way, Temecula retail sales have always been exceptional and strong, so that is why we're able to attract such quality retail businesses and other commercial businesses in town. Our per capita retail sales rank in the top 10% of California. And our luxury auto dealers are obviously taking note of Temecula's retail success. In 2014, Mercedes-Benz of Temecula was built, and according to the president of Mercedes-Benz of North America, it was the most successful startup in the history of Mercedes-Benz. The history of Mercedes-Benz. And when we talked with the Mercedes-Benz folks, I said, "We told you so." So 3 years later, Hohen Motors has now completed construction on a beautiful Audi dealership. So welcome to the family, Hohen Motors. And Temecula's auto dealers are all doing very well. Toyota of Temecula Valley is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in terms of new car sales in the country. So we give a shout out to Tom Rudney and his team. And then, yes, it's fabulous. Paradise Chevrolet Cadillac received a top dealer award chosen out of 45 other Chevrolet dealers across the country. So amazing job once again, Terry Gilmore and Becky and your team. And then we can't forget about Tesla. They've added 10 supercharging stations at the promenade, and that's a great economic development opportunity to go plug in your car and go shopping. At least I think so. So I know Darlene Wetton is here because I talked to her. So where are you, Darlene? Oh, right in front of me. Good, I can actually see you. So congratulations are in order for you and your staff, physicians at Temecula Valley Hospital. This is the second consecutive time they've been awarded an A grade for patient safety and hospital quality, and that is a tough grade to make. So to achieve an A 2 consecutive times is really remarkable, so I'm going to give you a hand on that. And it's only after 3.5 years. 3.5 years of providing the highest quality of health care services to our community. Temecula Valley Hospital is already reinvesting in the community. They're adding an additional $40 million expansion of their cardiac, neurosciences, and surgical operations, 28,000 square feet. And we just had the groundbreaking last week. So fantastic for Temecula Valley Hospital. And they've already invested nearly $200 million for infrastructure and responsible for 750 jobs. And it's not just the hospital itself, because when you have a large employer and specialty service like that, critical care, you know, it's exponential, because since the new hospital opened, over 130,000 square feet of medical office space near the hospital has been constructed or is now in the process of being constructed. So it's an amazing thing that happens when hospitals go in, and we're so thankful for Temecula Valley's success, and it's just another source of community pride for us. On the north side of town, KAISER Permanente, my doctor's office, added another 9,000 square feet to their existing offices, yes, and that's located on Madison Avenue. So with the medical needs of our growing population, the city has formed a regional cancer services task force among our Southwest cities and hospitals and healthcare professionals. The goal was to continue to attract high quality and additional cancer treatment services to the area. Because too often we hear that cancer patients are traveling to San Diego, they're going to Scripps, or they're going to UCLA to get treatment. And so we are assessing how patients can take full advantage of the quality cancer specialties and services that we have right here in town. And then we're assessing that to see if we need to attract other or different cancer treatment services here so that our residents and residents of the region do not have to travel long distances to get treatment, you know, when they're feeling so ill. So that task force continues. And then, oh, yeah, it's a great thing. So when we have new commercial and new medical development, our job count continues to increase. According to the state's Employment Development Department, Temecula has the highest number of jobs in its history with 53,000 jobs here in the city. So let's take a closer look at some of our local success stories.
There is such a legitimate sense of community here in Temecula.
It's a very healthy, vibrant place. The demographics are strong.
The people that have moved here from Orange County and from San Diego and from LA and other parts of California, and even other parts of the United States that have moved to this area because of the lifestyle.
We wanted to pick a city that was, I think, that, you know, had a really good economy, was growing, had a really good reputation with veterans, and that was Temecula.
I think the biggest advantage for us living, or for us working in Temecula, is the ability to have access to all of the intellectual capital and technology.
So it's a good place for us, and we feel that this is would be a really good home for 60 Grit Studios to be here for a long time.
The city and the Promenade and Forest City have had a tremendous working relationship over the years. There was a need for a regional shopping center out here in the Temecula Valley area. The shopping center certainly just changed over time. We're always evolving as a shopping center to make sure we're meeting the needs and the requests of our customers that want to come here. You're going to see new retailers coming and filling space where old retailers may have left. When you go out in our lifestyle center outdoors, people love it. It's, you know, it's brought that new look and experience that, again, a new evolution of the shopping center that people were looking for. Doing lots of those kinds of improvements as well, always looking to figure out better ways to serve our customers and meet their needs.
Hohen Motors is a family-owned automobile dealership. We've been in Southern California for about 40 years. Our dealership is a German terminal design. It's state-of-the-art with what Audi's requirements worldwide, so you'll see this dealership model all around the world. We've had our eye on Temecula for over 10 years. Median income is over $90,000. We opened the doors and we immediately had customer traffic. People were excited to see the store. We sold several cars our first week. Our first weekend was, we sold as many cars as we did in Audi Carlsbad.
What we produce at 60 Grit Studios is doing large-scale replicas or models or characters of anything that our clients would desire. We fabricate pretty much anything, as, you know, from rock to fake vehicles to characters to anything you could think of, we fabricate. We'll cater to making characters for a movie, for a theater prop, for an exhibit, things like that.
The people at 60 Grit that we work with, or our team, our internal team, we have a variety of different types of craftsmen, engineers, designers, but our core group, I mean, they've had years of experience in the industry, in various industries, whether it's automotive, mannequins, amusement, theme parks, design. I mean, that core team is what makes our company so good.
You go to Disneyland, you go to Universal Studios, and you wonder, how is all this created? Well, it's created by hands and minds and creative people, and that's what we have here at 60 Grit Studios.
Millipore Sigma is a global life science company. We're all over the world. You're probably not going to see our products anywhere on the shelves or anywhere in your daily activities. But if you know someone that's doing R&D at a university or a pharmaceutical company, our products are on the shelves. We started here in 1989. It was formerly a company called Chemicon, which was founded in '82 but moved to Temecula in 1989. And through a series of acquisitions, came under Millipore Sigma's umbrella. Over the course of the years, it's expanded quite a bit. Where we are right now, we have about 300 people on site in 3 buildings, kind of co-located here at this campus. 155,000 square feet on about 10 acres. Really, we do almost everything at the site. So we have regulatory, quality, technical service, customer service, research and development, marketing, production, packaging, and finally distribution. Through the Chamber of Commerce Manufacturing Council, we work to try and continue to improve manufacturing in the area and to engage the community to be involved in that. So we have a number of interns we brought in last year that worked all summer from the high schools. We're constantly kind of having tours for students so they can see what's going on and get excited about science and about what they can do.
The name Goat and Vine is inspired from one of Aesop's fables. We love the historical roots of bread and how it was originally made. Grinding your own wheat, using fresh yeast, filtered pure water, clean water. Our philosophy for bread carries over to everything else that we make. A lot of our decision-making and opening a restaurant, to some degree, comes down to real estate. Happy to find the Truax building here on the other end of Old Town, and due to the nature and feel and flow of this space, we feel it lends itself for what we're calling a California modern wood-fired concept. There's something magical about cooking with fire, and we're very excited to bring that to Temecula. We've thought about expanding to San Diego County, Orange County, and LA County, wherever, but we're happy to be here in Temecula, and to be able to provide that for our team and for our staff is a big deal. And we want to continue to grow in that way.
Bastards is named in honor of 2-4, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines. It's the battalion that I served with. Well, the battalion is a bastard battalion because of what happened in World War II. And when you walk into Bastards, you know, it is going to be a very patriotic bar, and you are going to feel that you have this American pride as soon as you walk in. Calvin Spencer is one of our GMs and head chef. He went to Cordon Bleu Culinary School after the Marine Corps. We started working on the menu. We started working on our drink menu, and about two months down after that, we opened up shop. It's not your average bar food. It's stepped up to a different level, where we would take your ground beef burger. We make everything from scratch. It's good Angus beef, and then we spice it up with chile relleno. So we have a chile relleno burger, which is probably our #1 hit.
We want to create an environment where it's safe for people to come to, feel comfortable, have some good handcrafted food, handcrafted beer and cocktails, and be able to share multiple stories and you know, connect.
Temecula is poised for tremendous growth and greatness. When you look around the climate and its position here in Southern California, what could be better than our location here in Temecula?
We're certainly always talking about big picture things, how we're going to continue to evolve and change, expand, and grow the shopping center, new retailers that we want to bring in. It's always very exciting. It's exciting to be here at this time with so much opportunity available to us as a shopping center.
In addition to our 18,000 square foot facility here in Temecula, we have an additional 14,000 square foot facility in Corona, which we plan to consolidate both locations into our new building here in Temecula. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, it's gonna be the place we can build everything we do now and then more.
We intend to be here for the future for our customers in Temecula, delivering the world-class customer service that our reputation is based on.
We want to welcome families, we want to welcome children, we want to welcome veterans, families of veterans, Gold Star mothers, you know, those who have been around veterans and those who haven't. Because we want to give those people who haven't been around veterans the opportunity to hear the stories of veterans who have deployed and who have served, you know, the military. We're proud of what we're doing, and we want to share that experience with everybody else.
It's not a hard sell to have someone move to Temecula. having a place where people can come and work in a you know, a world-class global company and be able to commute 20 minutes, have good education, good schools, a safe place to live, and an affordable housing is really hard to beat.
I really could listen to that all day and never get tired of hearing how people studied, did their homework, and chose Temecula over other cities for all the reasons that you just heard. So we have some wonderful, amazing entrepreneurs here in Temecula. And you know, they've seized the opportunity to promote economic growth and promote their businesses. And the city's business incubator is now in its 5th year providing services and support to local businesses with seminars, and we do one-on-one consultations. That fosters a growing entrepreneurial community of startup technology businesses. So since 2012, TVE2 Incubator has housed 24 startup companies that have created a cumulative economic impact of over $4 million. In addition, the Resource Center has offered 375 workshops with 7,000 attendees and 1,200 one-on-one business consultations via our partners at the Inland Empire Small Business Development Center that resulted in the creation of 165 jobs. Taking full advantage of this wonderful facility, the 2nd floor was transformed into classrooms utilized by Mount San Jacinto Community College and Cal State University San Marcos with a 2+2 degree program where students can earn both their associate's degree and bachelor's degree in 4 years without ever leaving Temecula, and in fact without ever leaving that building. So higher education is a strong priority for Temecula, and we're very thankful for our partnerships with MSJC and CSUSM. To Cal State University San Marcos President Dr. Karen Haynes and Mount San Jacinto College President Dr. Roger Schultz, faculty and staff, we thank you for your collaboration over the last several years, and we look forward to an evolving relationship and watching the growth and accessibility of public higher education in the Valley. Because just like a hospital influences everything around it, a college campus really changes and raises the culture and raises the quality of life in a community. So thank you to our valued partners at TVE2 and the Economic Development Coalition of Southwest California, the Inland Empire Small Business Development Center, and the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce, of course, for everything that you've done to partner with the city to strengthen our quality of life. The economy continues to be very, very optimistic and strong. Temecula's unemployment rate is now down to 3.9%, and it's always lower than the county and the state and the nation's unemployment rate. So part of our business attraction strategy is to be business friendly in terms of cost. So as a result, Temecula is among the top 5% lowest cost cities in which to do business in California in 2017. The study was conducted by the Rose Institute of State and Local Government. So let's take a closer look at all of what Temecula offers. You know, if that doesn't make you feel proud of Temecula and the community that you live in and do business in, then boy, you need to get happy. Our tourism industry continues to thrive with 2.7 million visitors and travel spending reaching nearly $700 million. So thank you for leading the way. Visit Temecula Valley. So Kimberly, where are you? And where's your team? Where are you? There they are. They work so hard, and Temecula, you know, I just called someplace in Arizona to order something, and the person I talked to was a gentleman, a manager, and he said, and where are we going to send this? And I said, Temecula. He said, oh yeah, my brother lives there. Everywhere you go, people you talk to have either been here, they know someone who's been here, they've heard of it, or they're coming here. So, you know, we are on the map locally, nationally, and internationally because of the hard work of the Visit Temecula Valley. So thank you very much. And to our award-winning wineries for contributing to our tourism sector, a huge shout out to South Coast Winery as the 4-time State Winery of the Year, and that has never happened in the history of that competition. And Ponte Winery Hotel for being recognized by TripAdvisor as one of their top 10 rated hotels in the entire United States. Also, the restaurant at Leoness Cellars was voted Best Restaurant of the Inland Empire for 4 consecutive years and was recently rated #1 winery restaurant by USA Today's Reader's Choice. So the wineries are doing very well. Flower Hill Bistro at Miramonte Winery was also recognized in that same category. And then we have some award-winning breweries also. Our 9 craft breweries are making a name for themselves and winning medals at the Great American Beer Festival, AKA this is like the Academy Awards of craft breweries. And now one last but very important award, well actually 2 that we're going to do right now. One is for the best table centerpiece, and then we're going to do another one that's the Chairman's Choice Best Table Centerpiece. So you're going to bring the lights up just a little bit, so when we find out who it is, maybe they can give a shout out at their table, and we can see lights, Bueller. I think somebody's scrambling for, oh, is it getting lighter? Is it getting lighter? Yes, there it goes. All right, so what do we have? We have, oh, wait a minute. This says La La Land. That can't be right. Give me the real envelope.
Okay, here's the right one.
Fake news, not in Temecula. All right, so this is the Chairman's Choice, and the winner is, now remember, the centerpiece is not at the table of the business that entered the centerpiece. So do all of you know what business centerpiece you have at your table? Are you aware? So when I call the name, you got to give me a shout out. Okay, you ready? So the Chairman's Choice is Temecula Creek Inn. So where is it? Right here. Well, it's the one with the lights on it. Oh, I see a couple with lights. Okay, so Temecula Creek Inn, thank you very much. So Temecula Creek Inn, are you going to keep it? Keep it? All right. Somebody worked hard on that, so she wants to keep it. Going to use that for the Christmas party, I'm sure. Hey, I've been there, done that. And the second one is the Community Choice Award. And this one is going to Strider Transportation. So where's the centerpiece? They're waving, they aren't shouting, but the ones who have the centerpiece are waving. The ones who entered the centerpiece are the screamers. So are we keeping the centerpiece, Strider Transportation? Keeping it. Where is your community pride? So did you guys like that competition that you entered? Yeah. I think this is one of the largest attendances we've had at State of the City, and I know it's because of that competition, because take your time as you're leaving and walk around and look. Some of them are just incredible. Okay, so, you know, before I conclude today, I wanted to go back to my comments at the beginning of the speech to talk about you, the people sitting in this room. And, you know, now the lights are up a little bit and you can kind of see. So this is the community. This is the community that I'm so proud of. And, you know, when you live in Temecula for a long time, and maybe you don't have to live here a long time, don't you feel like you know everybody? I do. Maybe it's because I know everybody, but I mean, I really do. I feel so at home and so comfortable, and coming from a tiny, tiny Midwest town, you know, where I really did know everybody and everybody's business, you know, it's very, very meaningful to know that you're safe, that you're taken care of, that you know people like you and care for you and care about you, and that's what people really feel in Temecula. They feel like their neighbors care about each other and about their community. So this is what helps to unite us and helps us to maintain that quality of life. The high levels of police and public safety is what you think is important, so that's what the city thinks is most important. We have to expand our job growth so we don't have so many commuters. We have to preserve that high quality of life. So when we reflect on our past accomplishments, we are really proud of the strong relationships that are created within our community, not just the business community, but then all the overlying and the interwoven relationships that you all have. My pastor is sitting right in front of me, so how comfortable did I feel today having him right in front of me? And he happens to be my next door neighbor. So, you know, Temecula, really everything is 6 degrees of separation. You're never very far from anything that you need. There are always people there to help you, support you, and get you whatever it is you need. So that is what is the heart and soul of Temecula, that spirit that we have. So let's take that community pride and continue to reach out to all the new residents that are coming, all the new fantastic businesses that continue to come to Temecula. We already have a great reputation, and quality attracts quality. So I am so proud to represent Temecula as mayor for the 3rd time, and I'll try to get it right this time. The 3rd time's the charm. And, you know, I want you to leave today with a very, very high sense of pride, knowing that your city works very hard to make Temecula the foundation for you to be extremely successful and extremely proud. So go out today and share your pride with other people, and thank you for coming.